My half-sister was diagnosed with leukemia when she was 4 years old. My half-sister was diagnosed in 1978, and then she died in 1986. So clearly we've made leaps and bounds in the technology that helps people to survive now. And I think that my mom just wishes that those resources would have been available, but she's also really happy that they do now as a result of everything, and maybe they might have even learned something from Abby. My mother became pregnant with Abby when she was 19 unexpectedly, and it was very difficult for her to adjust to being a young mother, and then to have Abby be diagnosed with leukemia was really difficult. And I think that by the time she died, she was 12, so she lived with leukemia for 8 years. My mother, part of the healing process began very soon. My mother almost felt a sense of relief. My mother was very sad about it, but she also had watched her suffer for so long that it was, I think she was a little bit happy for her in a way. And she met my father when my sister was dying, and so I think my father was really instrumental in getting involved in Abby's life and helping her heal that way. When I was growing up, I feel like my mother certainly was experiencing a lot of depression, and she didn't really talk about it directly related to my sister's illness, but I can only imagine. I was born maybe a year and a half after my sister died, so I think that she was still recovering from a lot of it when I was a baby, and that it affected the way that I grew up. I think it's really important for me to continue to learn more about her because I never knew her as a person. And some of my favorite memories actually are just finding these little mementos of her. Like my mom found a journal of hers recently, and I just really loved reading it because I know that even though I didn't meet her, she had a significant impact on my mom, and she had a significant impact on my life. And you know, if she had survived, I would have been very close with her, I'm sure. So I think that it's good to just keep, if someone passes, to keep their memory alive. You know, for people, even I guess, like, even if there are people who are born later who don't know someone who died, to let them know about them, because it can be really helpful. It's a really huge insight into that person's history.